My name Gennady Lomako is Computer Information System Department, Medgar College. And we talk about how new technology actually not really affect, I'm not against any new technology, how new technology can be used for administration, professors, and students. It's very important time. It's our pandemic time that gave us a lot of advantages and the same disadvantages, but at least it demanded and stimulated technology for online education, and now we continue to work with this. Modern technology impacted education and almost every aspect of life. In many, many different ways, we use technology, and in education, we have to look first how students can study material, because education in our case is the student knowledge. This is the most important part. We have studied the impact of new technologies on the automation and teaching and learning processes in order to minimize the disadvantages and maximize the benefits of such learning. So primarily, we will pay attention to information technology in 30 years and how was changed and how it was affected for all three groups involved in our education. So we use a lot of questionnaires and analyze a lot of information. We talk to students directly. And what happens actually? We have two questions. How technologies on the automation of teaching and learning processes impact student learning, and how to minimize the disadvantages and maximize the benefits of such learning. It's two different approaches. It could be online or it could be in class, it doesn't matter. But if we close our room in any way, online or in class, we would label, don't bother us. And we can control absolutely everything that we have. Another approach, we have the internet access. In this case, physically, we really cannot control absolutely everything. And this is advantages and still some disadvantages. So now this is two questions. What happened in information technology curriculum? And what happened is information technology teaching in 30 years? Time to time, very qualified people meet together and think what's supposed to be next step. And what is important that I would like to point, this is the point. Each time when students and professor meet, they have different level of education and knowledge. And it happens in each decade. So very qualified group of professors create a new courses, new curriculum with a lot of years in experience. And each time when new students come, they have exactly the same level. This is very important sometimes. It's cause of some problems because education comes more and more complex. Some examples. I will point only to finally some data relevant to major courses. Now we have major courses, 42 hours, 1990. How we taught it? The best way to learn is to take notes while you listen and watch. At the same time, we had some overhead projector, and some students stopped write notes, and pen was not in use. In 10 years, 2000, major courses is already 30. And what do we have? We have more advanced overhead projectors. And next 2020. Now we have major courses 21. The same overhead projectors and access to the internet that gives a lot of advantages as well. So what do we have now? Major courses credit 42, 30, 21. It's understandable because it is something that we cannot change tremendously. We have still 120 hours in our curriculum. What can we do? So many new technology came, and information technology is a growing industry. We have a lot of new majors, and all majors, as a fact, based on some very important basic courses. And such courses, unfortunately, time to time change in hours for students. Now, how it affects our administration? Administration, time to time, supposed to class observation, review, job evaluation. It takes a lot of time. It's a lot of professors, a lot of students, and new technology comes, like IE-enabled coaching tool can be used for give and take discussion as opposite to a systematic rating of the instructor's performance. Great tool, but still we have some gap between real communication, personal communication. This is what happens. So we have administration. It's a lot of professors, a lot of students. It's helpful, but we are losing something now. Another one, instructor to student interaction. Instructor may have 3 or 4 courses. And how many assignments we have? About 10. So we have 10 projects, 60 students, 600 projects, 5 minutes for each, 50 hours more. What can we do? Question. The same new technology offers automation of teaching and learning process. How we automate it? They advertise their platforms as e-learning, courseware, virtual labs, audio training with nothing to install or manage. Such automation from the presentation of course material to the assessment of assignments offers a time-saving mode for instructors with parameterized assessment templates. It limits interactive collaboration between instructor and students. Student, curriculum, course assignment, project assignment, and student alone. Now, students try to solve problem and a lot of questions, usually a lot of questions. What can we do? The same question, help. How can we help? The internet. This is some help, paid help, different helps, as we discussed right now, ChatGPT and other available help. We have solution. What can we do now? Student lost control and moved to the cloud. What can we do? Students concentrate on their learning platform and look for answers in the internet cloud among the numerous offers and may get lost among them. Some simple comparison. In order to keep the kite in the air cloud, you need a lifting force that exists only when the thread is holding it. If the thread breaks, the kite loses altitude and falls to the ground. We must teach students how to create such a thread of students' knowledge in their specialty and teach them to independently maintain and develop it so as not to get lost in modern information flows and maintain their level of expertise. College program. This is now.
2 more minutes for you, please.
Excuse me?
Try to conclude, you have 2 more minutes.
Yes, I know. Yeah, I check time. Yeah, I finish soon. Thank you. Now, we have to find some very important elements for our teaching, learning. Let's compare very simple a brick. And this is simple element can give us a lot of different buildings. What do we have in our information technology? We have very important two elements, data structure and the algorithm. So this is two elements, very important, and they are very demanded when you search for the job. So many problems for students arose due to the increasing complexity of IT curricula and the decrease in the fundamental major course credits. Lack of direct control and immediate necessary assistance from professors and the unwillingness of students to even try to independently solve the problem without searching for solution on the internet. Majority of students are not prepared as independent learners. Communication skills are the most important thing when you are dealing with students. If students cannot communicate their situation to the professor and peer, they are at loss. And suggestions. So we have to give students knowledge to be independent learner. This it includes very important object-oriented concepts, data structure, algorithm, and analytical problem solving. This is very important skills that's supposed to be done, and very important to be involved in co-curricular activities. Thank you.